Hello guys, what's up? I am just doing a random review about the Talaria XXX range. So in my opinion, I see a lot of these range reviews of these and they just don't seem realistic. They don't have a lot of city riding. They're people that are either gunning it or they're going full eco mode, and I just don't think that's realistic. I want to do a ride where I ride for as long as I feel comfortable, as far as I feel comfortable, and take this bike to different places. Now, I'm going to be riding in extremely hot weather and on multiple different surfaces, so this I feel like will be a pretty realistic ride. So this is just the intro. I will put a timestamp of when the main video starts, but just to preface this, I bought this bike about 3 months ago. I enjoy it greatly. This bike is awesome. It's super fun, and I think it was worth every penny. But yeah, this is going to be a more, in my personal opinion, realistic range test of an average person riding it for as long as they can when, you just can. So let's get to the video, and let's go. All right, so I got the garage open. I'm just going to show you a little simple what I'm bringing. Milwaukee little top-off charger, 2 water bottles, my house keys, and 3 program non-admin keys. I know it's probably not a good idea to just leave on an extremely long trip like this without an admin key. I have family who's close, and hopefully I don't have to rely on the gift of strangers to take me places, but this is a other program key, so we'll see right now. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, shit, that scared me. So the bike is currently at 100%, as you can see. So the bike's at 100%. So I'm going to take a little trip down to my local UPS to drop off a package, which is 1 mile, and from there we will start. Now, I'm going to include that mile into the total range, but I'm going to put it as the starting point. So that's just a little explanation as that. So I'm not going to film the entire journey, but I'm going to film some of the long parts. So that's when I'll pick up. So I don't want to make the video incredibly long, but I just want to show you guys the range capabilities. And again, I'm writing it as I want to write it, not as, I'm trying to save all the energy in the world. So let's get going. 108, man, this is going to be a rough trip, not going to lie. I don't even know if it's a good idea, but it's going to be. All right, so I don't know how this camera view is going to be on this trip. I don't know how the audio is going to sound. It's probably going to sound like garbage due to the wind, but if it is like garbage, I'll just voice over a lot of the parts. So right now we're going to go to the UPS store. I'm also wearing a high-vis vest because I am scared of cars hitting me. I'm wearing a mask too because it's really sunny. Just keep in mind, it might not look like it on camera, but it is 108 degrees. If you want to know, that's around 40, 41, 43 Celsius. I believe so. My wife is not from this country, so she uses Celsius, so it's really freaking hot. And I'm if there are any law enforcement, I am keeping this the bike's electronically limited to 750 watts. It's limited to 750 watts. With pedal assist, it can go up to 30 miles an hour, and on power alone, it can go up to 20. And technically, there is no limitation on this bike that breaks the law unless I bring it out of the mode and bring it into sport mode, which is not street legal. So right now, it is not tampered with, and it is electronically legal. So this is going to be a large journey, and holy shoot, it's freaking hot, guys. I mean, damn, I kind of underestimated how hot it's going to be, so I hope I don't have to call it early, but I'm at least going to do 40 miles, and I'll give you a report of what it looks like at 40, because this is hot, and I'm trying to get the phone not to bounce when I jump up things like this, because this phone case, there it goes, bounces down. So I'll catch you guys back when I'm going on the main trip. So alright guys, so minor mistake. It turns out that the UPS here closes at 3, which means that I'm kind of screwed with this package. So I'm thinking right now about going back to my house and just dropping it off at the door like I'm the Amazon man. And then we'll start the test from there again. But man, that sucks. I was really hoping to drop off this package today. You know, it's cool to do that. It's really fun. All right, so a little change of plans took place. So I left from the UPS store and started going, and this footage that you are seeing is when I was about, I'd like to say, 7-8 miles into the trip. I was talking to the camera, but I didn't like the audio. You can see I keep putting my hand uh, over the little screen, and that's just to check the range, to check the voltage, see how far we are going. Now, from what I understand, this odometer slash little LCD is pretty dang accurate. So when I went on this part of the trip, I actually took a pause and ate at Subway because for some reason the motor got really hot here. Now, throughout the rest of the journey, the motor actually stayed pretty good temp. And I think that taking a pause and stopping so much as I was actually causing the motor to overheat. And I don't like heating up the motor a lot. You know, those copper coils shouldn't get extremely hot. You know, it's acting as a big-ass alternator, and you basically are going to cook the motor if you get it too hot. But, you know, it has been working out pretty well. And at this point in the journey, I was just continuing the journey to my destination. So at this point that you are seeing, I am about halfway to the destination, and then we're going to go all the way back. So let's cut to the time lapse, and let's just hurry this journey up. Alright, so right here where I was riding past these warehouses, I started to realize how freaking horrible and untravelable US cities are. Half this stuff that I'm driving on is not paved, and it's going to come up right here that you'll see it's paved. And you know what? I'm all for against big business, but honestly, them putting driveways and like walkways in front of their businesses is really great. And also at this point in time, my cheeks were about to hurt. This bike has this horribly uncomfortable seat, and it's one of the things that I definitely would replace. But it was going strong here, and it still had the same power throughout its entire drive here. And it was getting pretty sketchy and pretty squirrely when I got to these parts of the road where there was not really a bike lane at all. And, you know, when there's no bike lane, when you're on something that's technically not a bike, it kind of just looks scary and sketchy because you're afraid of getting pulled over and getting hit by a car because people are going to look at that and have target fixation. But let me let you get back to the video. Alright guys, so my goal was to make it up to the riverhead. This is, I'm going to put the mileage up somewhere along the screen, but the bike is currently sitting at, it's a little wavy, 67%, 362 miles, so judging by the odometer, we would have gone 22 miles. and that's pretty good. So we're gonna go back, which would presumably be another 22 miles. So in some parts I did have to maybe go 31 miles an hour, but you know, I was able to go this far, and it was pretty cool. It was not very cool, as in it was actually cool. It's actually extremely, incredibly, torturously hot, and this seat is hurting me. I could go up further since it is at a percentage, but I mean a pretty good percentage, 67, but I'm not going to, because this honestly hurts. My average speed, I'll round it up all at the end of the trip, but right now I'm gonna guess it was about 20 miles an hour. I was being pretty conservative because I did want to make it to the riverhead, so going back I'm gonna be a little more aggressive on the throttle. So that's it. All right. Had to take a break, guys, because one, a horrible rap song was playing, but I'm at 56%. It says 369 miles, so that would mean technically we've gone 30 miles on a little less than half the battery in eco mode, which is pretty damn good. The tires are getting hot. Like, the tires are really damn hot. They have a ton of cactus thorns. Not cactus thorns, but devil thorns in them. No leaks. So I should have said earlier that I'm running tire slime, which definitely is going to affect how far you can go. So you should just take my current test and just minus about 6 miles, 7 miles, because I'm running a dirt bike amount of tire slime in these, and I'm just getting the devil thorns out right now. But yeah, went pretty far, and I'm about halfway there. So I'll continue this time. Okay, so I got back, and here's me doing a wheelie. I was being pretty aggressive because I got back to basically where I started, and I was still at 45% battery, which was way too much. I decided I didn't do enough aggressive riding, so I had some fun, you know, while riding around. And I'm on slicks in this dirt, so just keep in mind that it's really freaking slippery when I'm on this dirt, so you know, it's really squirrely. You know, I made a joke, gotta get some bobcats around here because it's too squirrely in this area. But man, these slicks in the dirt, they're pretty terrible. But I mean, it's just so fun to feel like you're kind of losing control, like you're in a 1,000 horsepower car. And I was just playing around, riding around on the dirt, trying out new things. Like I tried to jump this little culvert by doing a little wheelie just before I went into the culvert, and it ended kind of terribly because it basically bottomed out, which was horrible. But I didn't get hurt. But the bike had so much power still, even though it was only at like a 45%. Around here, it was at like 38%, and I'm still pulling wheelies. You could see that, and I mean, this thing, even at this point in time, with how much power loss it had, it still was cranking out enough power to go by. So there I go, straightening out the camera. But I don't want to talk your ear off, so I'm going to cut this video off and cut to just the last bit of me explaining the bike. All right, so finished the trip. I'll show you the final battery percentage. I didn't bring it super low, so we're going to go off the rest. But honestly, after a few hours of riding, that was pretty damn uncomfortable. So if we are to believe what this says, it says 383. That was 43 miles, and that seems pretty accurate. So 43 miles, and it's at 23% right now. So that's pretty good. So let's do a little recap right now. So I took the longer route. I actually went a mile in the wrong direction, had to turn around and do a mile back. So going there, it was around like 22 miles. Coming back, it was shorter, of course. That filled up the 30 miles. And then I did a bunch of wheelies and riding around. And honestly, it felt pretty good just getting to there because it had a pretty good battery percentage. As long as you're a little conservative with using the power, it should be fine. But overall, it got there. It got there, and believe it or not, this was a 43-mile trip. I looked back, and the odometer on the bike is accurate. So in total, it was 43 miles. It used 78%. Yeah, 78%. And yeah, I mean, it made it there and back. So if you enjoyed the video and just my random writing, this isn't a perfect video, but I would give you a good perspective of the range. So there you go, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed.